Hail and well met, travelers! Hi, it's me, LeChance, and I'm here with my dear friend Flowsnake, and we're your casters for this evening. Flowsnake, what's up, man?
How you doing, LeChance? Happy to be here. It's got an exciting day of some economy LBLCS. It's happy to be here for my first cast and casting an elo I'm more than comfortable with, as I am currently hard stuck in Silver One.
Hell yeah. This is going to be so much fun. If you're watching the VOD and you're wondering what's going on at this exact moment, the one of the teams let us know ahead of time that they were going to be a little bit late. However, uh, we said we would start at 8:30, so we're doing our best. Bigfoot Wow says, we finally got Flowsnake operational. Fun fact, he's a robot, and he's been down for repairs for a while, but we just fixed him. Yeah, I mean, do you want to speak on that at all to confirm or deny the fact that you are some fraction of robotic?
I will neither confirm nor deny it. I will say that were I a robot, I think it's obvious that I would be programmed to not reveal that information, and therefore be able to serve my purpose of infiltrating the casting circles of this league and, taking over from the inside.
And all I'll say on that is that the programming's working. Mighty Fool has two messages that are highlighted. Buggleberry Finn, aka Bug Fanatic, is a commentator for the LBLCS that is often ridiculed for his squeakiness and questionable game knowledge. He is specifically known for his Orn One Trick Pony and Low Silver Solo Queue. But then he also copy-pasted a bunch of other things, and I think we'll read those a little later. What's up, Bomber Bud? Hey, right back to you. Flowsnake, we've got a little bit of time to kill, and we were like, what can we do to tread water, kind of doggy paddle, get used to the temperature?
Fill some time with some waxing poetically about topics we're both quite knowledgeable about.
Absolutely. And we settled on, if we were a Venn diagram, one of the many overlaps would be anime and manga. And I've just got to ask, what's your... Thank you so much, Camgirl69, for giving us, or for being our newest investor. We will see you at the board meetings. What is your favorite anime or manga right now? I know that you watch more than you read, but you do read some, and I read more than I watch. But we've got that,
Yeah, and I think I'm a little bit more mainstream in my taste, a little more sucked into the shonen hero archetype. So I'm a diehard One Piece guy.
Gotta love it.
That's my big one for sure, and we're at a very exciting time. I read and watch that one, so I'm all caught up on both, and there's some very exciting developments going on there. But I also have really been digging Black Clover lately. It's a very exciting one.
Are you reading Black Clover at the same time?
Not. So the thing
Oh my god, I almost texted you about this.
Sure. So a spooky man and I both watched Black Clover together for a long time, and I had promised him I would not read ahead and spoil anything like I did with My Hero Academia.
Oh, sure.
So, yeah, but at this point, I see no reason I shouldn't catch up reading it. I'm sure it's a great ride.
The last chapter, one of the things that makes shonen hero manga so good is, those moments of just like the punctuating moments that capture a victory or an achievement. I think that's one of the things that storytelling through the art style of manga does so well, is just like the punctuation of those moments, standing over, taking a deep breath, and the most recent chapter of Black Clover absolutely nails it. I won't say anything more than that, but
you've got me convinced. I'm gonna have to read it.
It's so good. I hadn't hold on, I've got a message here. Oh, okay, perfect. Both teams are here. Post the tour link. Flowsnake is a little bit hard to hear. It says
I've since moved my microphone slightly closer to my mouth. Let me know if the problem persists. If it does, I will simply speak louder.
Perfect. Dutch Krampus, we see you, by the way. Hell yeah, we're always down to talk about anime. Ass Cheeks, hello, and your robot face. Clearly an allusion to the fact that Flowsnake may or may not be a robot. And Zeb says, me and Dutch are talking shit about me in a private call, and I will see you in the parking lot at Denny's.
All right, we've got a question for me in the chat from Clutch. What do you got for me, Clutch?
This is perfect because I am now going to be setting up the pro draft.
Based on the amount of time he's taking here, I have to assume it's going to be a rather long and complicated question.
At multiple parts. I'm
Could
thinking
really be
SAT.
about anything as well. I know I'm getting a curveball here. Okay, what kind of tequila should I try if I like Casamigos?
Ooh!
Wow. Okay. So, specifically, which bottle in the Casamigos line do you prefer? Is it the Blanco, the Reposado, the Añejo, or the Mezcal? That's a great place to start. Just a little bit about those different types of tequila. Blanco is your standard, you might call that silver, and then anything Reposado, Añejo, and beyond would be your gold. But in a tequila of note, you're going to use the original names for them and not simply the colors. Casamigos is an exceptional brand that I highly recommend. I personally like to drink their Reposado, but let's see what Clutch's preference is, and I can have some recommendations based on that. Anybody else needs any cocktail or liquor recommendations? I am a bartender by trade and would love to discuss and see what y'all like.
Yeah, you guys have exactly this cast. We'll do a little bit of time at the very end where Flowsnake can field any of your questions about drinks. I didn't know this is something that the LBLCS was going to start helping out with, but now it is. By the way, okay. Yes, we're in the pick ban phase. So first of all, real quick,
the Zach first pick, I did expect that.
We were talking about this beforehand as well. I do just want to preface this because we're gonna have we'll catch up with the draft in a second. The icons are in the wrong place. Why? Because LeChance made a boo-boo again, and that's okay. It's bound to happen at least one per stream.
Doopsie.
A classic oopsie doopsie. These are two new teams to the league, Internal Tilt and Serenity Esports. This is our economy league, and we are very, very excited to welcome these two new teams into the LBLCS family with this bangerang of a cast. So you did some research before. How are these?
Yeah.
What do these drafts look like?
We got two new teams debuting in Economy League here, so I looked into their profiles on various league-oriented websites just to see, and came to realize that not only are both the junglers playing today Zac mains, but all of the junglers on the rosters are Zac mains. So knew that was going to be a highly prioritized pick here. Not surprised to see it go first at all. Other than that, looks like we got some pretty standard picks coming in for the players, sticking with Comfort, which I really like here. It's a new season, and I think there's a lot to be gained by starting on picks you're really familiar with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Recognize your emperor.
Oh my god. Buggleberry Finn, I think, put in some new vocal stuff because somebody just said recognize thy emperor in chat. If you guys look a little bit down on our Twitch stream, you'll see that you can really scare me by unexpectedly playing vocal cues that Flowsnake can't hear. It's just me. I will... it's, you know what? It's all you can do. I will, it's, you know what? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sure.
I'm so sorry. You're going to hear an echo for a split second. That's my bad. Sorry, carry on. What were you saying?
Well, I was just going to say, I think it's interesting. So that the graphics are opposite. So Internal Tilt is red side here. And Internal Tilt's mid laner, Dragonborn, is actually a Zed main, so I think that's a really curious band coming out. I know we did see the hover from Serenity earlier, and that could be maybe they're anticipating them trying to pick it away, and they've got a different plan in mind here.
We will see. I am currently... Oh, X-Ranger, thank you so much for subscribing. Some other people followed, and we're going to catch up with that as well. and Next Ranger put a little robot face with a tongue coming out. Sorry, also, definitely have to read this. Kagan Biglisk says, "A storm comes to Uthon. It is my duty, our duty, to endure. Stand with me, for as long as I still live, Tor Vesser will never fall." I don't know what that's in reference to, but I'm very excited, and I'd read that book. Yeah, Baked Beans, that did make a noise.
That does sound right up your alley as far as literature is concerned, that's for sure. I
100%.
don't recognize that either, but it certainly got me hyped, so...
Right?
If anyone has any more obscure literary references that are a little bit intense, send them our way.
Yeah, you know what? Please.
All right, so let's see what picks we got coming through. Both sides starting off with some standard team fight picks. And it looks like they're going to continue that way. Darius versus Kennen looking to be the top lane matchup. Should be an exciting one. I'm curious how much how much benefit Serenity is going to get from the Zac pick here. I think Amumu is a fantastic team fighting AP choice as well, so should be relatively similar in what they can provide to each team. And it's disappeared.
It's back now. That was, again, a little chance oopsie. I learned that I can edit things and try and fix my oopsies without anyone else seeing it, but that only works if I don't throw the curtain open and show y'all what's happening backstage.
Of course. Well, the low budget is the first part of this, and we make a point to showcase that every time, I think.
Absolutely. It's a promise.
It's said for consistency.
Exactly. Okay, so you're saying this top lane is going to be... Oh, it has frozen for us. That's interesting. It says I've actually been... Interesting. It says I've been disconnected from chat. Is that happening for you? Is the stream still up? It says we're still live. Hello?
Oh, no, there you are.
Here I am. Incredible. Well, is the stream still up? Did it survive through that?
It looks like it. It looks like the pro draft has just finished on the stream.
Great.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Once again, a fantastic mistake, but that's okay. Someone you don't know, of course, highlighted a message that says LeChance licks toes. I don't know what that's in reference to. Bomber Bud says it's the price of admission.
I remember a pretty exciting Twitch chat in a game last season where the topic of your toe preferences came up.
Oh no, you were a part of that. Oh, that's when you came up with the...
in spreading the rumor that you lick toes. I will not deny that.
I also remember the much darker part of that cast was, thanks Baked Beans, was that you came up with a flesh-filled
the hottest new skin line for League of Legends. Yeah. So basically, the theme is you take anything that looks weird or like monster-like in the game, and you just make it out of human parts. For
grim.
instance, Man Fight. It's Malphite, but he's just a man who looks weird. And so on. Man Gath, for instance, is a flailing ball of human arms.
Just awful.
Together. Yep.
Just really horrible.
Yep. Zac would be a great one. You could just call him Man.
And it's just a guy who jumps real good?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Someone you don't know, of course, continuing his eternal quest to point out my inadequacies and mistakes, pointing out in real time as I change things on the stream. Thank you, someone you don't know. I appreciate you. Also, Keegan...
much needed service for the cast here.
He does. I want to talk about this draft, but I also want to talk about just a couple things that have been being said in chat here. Keegan Biegliski has been just posting quotes the entire time. I'm not going to read all of them, but
I hope
there's
they're getting people going.
yeah, it's just really epic. If you're at home and no one can hear you, maybe just sort of monologue to yourself a little bit. I'm a big fan. Okay, we're looking at these.
Let's check out these team comps.
Yeah, we've got like 3 minutes to talk about it. I'm excited.
I think I like both drafts. I think they both have a lot of potential.
Yes.
Definitely going to come down to execution. I think I like the Cassiopeia pick a lot because we know a lot of Amumu and Ari and Wukong are all going to be trying to go in pretty hard. So I think Cassiopeia ult has a lot of value here. Leona also fantastic for sort of a counter engage situation, as is Kennen and Zach. Honestly, the whole team. So they have a great team to sort of absorb the aggression coming out of the other side here. I do like Wukong Senna bot lane. I think that's exciting. A lot of potential to be for kill pressure there, so should be great, especially when that lane hits 6. I expect a lot of fireworks down there.
Now, that was a lot of really good analysis. I've encapsulated my analysis into a phrase.
Sure, let's hear it.
This game is going to be fancy fresh. I see dashes. I see big game-changing ults. I see champions that can dance around like crazy. This is going to be fantastic. I love all of the team fight opportunities that are out here with the Amumu ult, the Wukong ult, Senna ult. We got Cassio ult, like you said, Kennen ult, Leo ult. It's just freaking CC stacked on CC with a splash of damage thrown in there, and all of these champions, or not all of them, but a lot of them are really fun to watch pop off. So if we get a pop off game, I'm happy about it. If we get a absolutely brutal slugfest, a bare knuckle boxing match in the basement of a London bar in the 1980s, like that, I am fine with as well. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think there's definitely a lot of great ults to be had on both sides, and should be great. I do have to agree with Cerebral Guy 69 here. No Maokai. That's a real bummer. I would have loved to see any of my big three, Ornn, Maokai, or Malphite, but Kennen versus Darius should be a pretty exciting matchup there, nonetheless.
Yeah, that should be a good time. Also want to say, Jawbrook TV, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate that. I missed it. Oh, also, Maki X. I'm bad with names, guys. I'm sorry. You'll hear me say that a lot over the period of time that you hear me say anything. But someone's hosting us, and thank you. We appreciate that.
Very much so. That's so kind.
So, gut feeling, reach down into the pit of your stomach.
Sure.
Who's taking game 1?
I'm gonna go with. Let me be sure I have this. So, internal tilt is blue side and Serenity is red side.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with internal tilt. I've got a lot of faith in this Zach pick. I said coming into the draft that was gonna be the critical pick here. So let's see what they can do.
Great. And once again, guys, if the stream goes down for any reason, we'll be right back. It just does that sometimes. In the okay, hold on. I now will also take a guess here.
Sure.
What was your what did you say again?
I went with internal tilt because I think the Zach pick is going to be critical here.
Internal tilt. I actually really like Serenity Esports for a parallel reason, which is that I think the Amumu ult is going to be really, really good here. Because I think the Zach angles are going to be dope, but in my heart, I feel that this is going to turn into a crazy bonkers 5v5 blood match.
Oh, it certainly is going to turn into a 5v5 death match. There's no question there. I do like the Glacial Augment coming out of the Ari. I think that the slows and zone control there are going to be very valuable to transition sort of a more assassination-oriented character into a team fighting setting. I really like that adaptation there.
Yes.
And God, bot lane is not my strong suit, but I'm looking at the Senna Wukong here. I'm wondering, the Wukong is going to take the CS, I believe. This is a support Senna, or at least a fasting Senna.
I also similarly am unsure, but boy howdy, am I curious to find out.
Yeah, gonna be important to keep an eye on bot lane, especially like I said, when they hit 6, the ults are really gonna take that lane to the next level.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll start to see with these starting items. Let's see. Come on, game. I believe in you. Yes! Perfect. Boy. You know, you mess up the stream just a mere 15 times, and then you always get nervous that it's not going to work. Perfect. And we are in. We didn't talk about the skin game, but I love the horse that Senna's riding.
It is a great skin. Yeah, good choices across the board. I would say the Darius skin is a little bit controversial. I think there are some higher priority skin picks there.
Sure.
And while I do like the horse of the Senna skin, I think we can all agree the gun is just too big.
It's enormous. Of course, I am always curious about the physics of any sort of cartoon weaponry when they go the big route, which is definitely a style, you know, just make the weapon very big.
Yeah,
and
sure. It's a preference of mine in Dark Souls. I fully understand the theory behind it. I'm concerned for her rotator cuff and her arm there. That sort of stress just can't be good for her.
Absolutely. Also, way too large. Way too large says it is way too large. Yeah, man. You're right.
All right, the expert weighs in. You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here first. Breaking news. And
Both junglers starting on the bot sides here. Should lead to an exciting counter gank scenario up top.
yeah, what lane do you think? So, Internal Tilt got a Warden is spotting Zac right now. What lane, when you look at these lanes, what do you think is like the lane that you see the first blood coming out of?
I could see the Ahri getting a nice cheeky play in there and getting a lot done early on, especially if the Amumu gives her a little bit of a drive-by on his way to the top side. So let's keep an eye on that early. Definitely some solid early dueling power. And then, of course, Darius. I ban him every single game because of his early dueling power as well. So not to be forgotten there. He could get a nice hook in there and turn the lane pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm also looking at this bot lane, and I'm seeing a half health Senna and what looks to be a hungry Leo. And if that CC lands, we might see it there.
I think we'll see her Velveteen Sky wait on the Leo to level 3 to really pull the trigger.
Sure.
Just to make sure he's got as much of the kit there as they need. But you are right, that Senna is definitely taking some damage. Throws the Zenith Blade there, but just comes up short.
Yeah, we actually have Zac going in right here. Doesn't actually land the knockup as far as I could see. And let's see here. Pokemon Master going forward. Or sorry, Dokemon Master goes forward. Doesn't get anything, just a little bit of dueling, some parrying back and forth. Maybe a gentle riposte. But nothing comes of it until the Leo says, actually, I'm still here. Goes in. Doesn't really have the ADC in the right position, but Wukong walks up unafraid, takes a little bit of damage there. I think that seemed to be more towards the favor of Serenity Esports.
I would say they did a fantastic job stuffing that dive. Maintaining their summoner spells there is fantastic.
Oh, a flash forward, and Leo, speaking of summoner spells, goes in first blood to Ezreal. My God.
Some real aggression coming out of Velveteen Sky there, and they're able to translate that into a first blood to follow up the dive. That's really a good sign for their bot lane, and should be able to extend a lead over the Wukong, who is the farming party here.
So Velveteen Sky is the captain as well, speaking of. So definitely showing us some leadership and very confident, clear decision making, flashing forward and locking those people up.
Yep. Absolutely what you want to see from your leader, the confidence to pull the trigger, and I'm sure he's happy that his lane partner there was able to follow up.
100%. Now, Wukong, of course, is taking the CS, so, being able to stick around in lane is, I think it's probably more helpful that it's luckier that the Wukong did survive that for them, just being able to maintain that CS with Ezreal.
Absolutely, yeah. You look at the Wukong as the AD carry in this situation, and definitely not the worst situation it could have been for them. He's able to actually develop a small CS lead, which should be balanced out by the wave crashing here. But yep, by being able to stay alive there, he ensures he should be able to get to 6 relatively safely.
Yeah, this should be interesting. So this Darius and Kennen matchup up top, I mean, we'll see after 6, but it seems like they've both done a pretty good job of staying out of each other's, or sorry, rather, Kennen has done a good job of staying out of Darius's way. I think the onus is more on him to be a little careful.
Certainly early on. Yeah, great for the Kennen.
Ooh, let's see. Ari does land a charm here. The Q goes out. Norway Pete is in. Zach goes in as well. So this is mid laner and jungler knocking each other up. Cassiopeia getting some damage down. The exhaust comes out. Leona does land the CC and another kill going into the pocket. Oh, but here we go. Zach flashes over. Norway Pete, they might be able to turn this kill over to Cassiopeia, and they do. And it is 3-0 in favor of Serenity Esports. Wow.
Yeah, great roam by the bot lane there to come up and join the 2v2. Ends up turning the fight in their favor.
Double ults at the same, or sorry, not double ults, but double CC at the exact same time. Dragonborn is sticking around through all of this. And Serenity's able to turn over a dragon. This is going really well for them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they are starting to run away with this early game.
Okay, but let's see. Are they going to get some more kills right here? It looks like another 3 kills to this Ezreal so early on. Devastating.
Yeah, Orgasmic Dukes has got to be feeling great right now.
Serenity is red. Am I mixing it up again?
You did. I believe you did mix it up that once, yeah.
Guys, I've made another oopsie, my bad. Also, I see you talking about fantasy novels that I want to talk about in the chat. Do it when I can be involved as well. But yeah, Miss Bone's
no
great.
Wheel of Time spoilers in the chat, please.
Yeah, no Wheel of Time spoilers, please, guys.
Yes, but yeah, like I said, Orgasmic Juke's super excited to be up this far, even pushing for more plates. Curious how much gold he's got in the bank there, but he should be able to get a really nice buy off relatively soon.
Oh no. Dalman the First says Gandalf dies. Oh no. Well, can't read Wheel of Time anymore.
It's been ruined.
It's been ruined. So we're really, really early in the game, right? We haven't even hit 10 minutes yet. We've seen
early stages. We do have a solid 2.4 thousand gold lead coming out on the side of Internal Tilt here. So I think it's up to them to translate that lead into more early game objective control and then mid game dominance in team fights.
So the kills are also on these, like, oh, do we have a fight here? Maybe not. The kills are on this Ezreal and this Cassiopeia, which are these like really scaling. Oh, but actually we do, and look at this, 4 people roaming down to the bot lane. They will not stop coming down here, and
Dokimon monster on this Zac really showing up down bot lane over and over again. He gets the nice slingshot angle.
I see why they first picked it. He's clearly he clearly knows what he's doing.
Yep, like I said, all of the junglers on both teams really prioritize this Zac pick, and I'm happy to see it's paying off for him here. Yeah,
absolutely. So, still very early in the game. What are the kinds of things?
Nice pick up by Norway Pete on the Rift Herald there. That if they can make a play top here, this could be a great way for them to get back in this game.
Absolutely, yeah. Their top lane, has not been getting killed, and Norway Pete right around the corner here. The Q does miss. I do wonder if they still go for something up here. They've invested the time for it, for sure.
Summons the Herald.
Yeah, Rift Herald's going to come down. Let's see, the camera finally says that we should see it, but then goes right back because Zach tries to get a kill, misses it.
Across the map.
Yeah, these people want blood. Velveteen Sky, the Leona up here in the top lane. Norway Pete seems to be a little bit stuck, not able to take the blast cone over, gets stunned up by the Kennen. And here we go, the Darius. I mean, this is a champion that can 1v2, but can it 1v4? The Ghost comes out, but that Leona CC is so persistent. Running away from this Leona-Zac combo is a nightmare.
It certainly is, LeChance. Velveteen Sky really showing up on this Leona pick. He's everywhere. Showed up to the 2v2 mid lane, then he gets a roam off top to counter the Rift Herald play. Really a fantastic performance out of him so far.
And good job on Norway Pete's side. You know, I liked what Serenity Esports had set up there. I liked that they had the top laner and the jungler. The wave was pushing at the same time.
Yeah, it looked great. They just missed that timing by a little bit, and unfortunately, Internal Tilt was able to kill it. But a great attempt, certainly the right attitude and mindset to get them back in this game.
Absolutely, and you know we've almost got ults all the way across the board here, and you know, so I thought that this was going to be like a lot of grouping, a lot of fighting, and there's still a ton of time for that. I almost wonder, you know, Internal Tilt is doing such a good job of cutting this map up, right? Like, if you are the jungler on the side of Serenity Esports, like, where is the point of the map that you're trying to punch through? Like, what can they do now to start building, you know, closing this gold gap, putting themselves in a position? Or is it just as simple as, like, we need gold, we need to make sure we don't die to these Zac ganks?
I think, well, the top attempt was nice. I think at this point you sort of leave top alone and let Darius do Darius things. And I would look mid lane. I think, honestly, the Ahri has a lot of kill potential, a lot of great follow-up CC to a bandage toss. And if they can get this Cassiopeia behind, they can be really, really strong in the mid-game team fights. So I would like to see them try to translate through mid, maybe even take a mid tower and open up the map a little bit to start denying the Zac some of his farm as well.
Absolutely. And speaking of the Zac, they are turning over another dragon. Hats off to the Dokimon Master, who is just up, and Velveteen Sky as well.
Back mid lane.
Yeah, back mid lane. Ult gets used, walks back up, gets tagged. I believe there's one more charge in the ult.
Yeah.
That was actually quite clever. Oh, and this is one of the...
A great play by Ho there to sort of bait him back in, see if maybe you can draw him under tower. I like that.
Now, it looks like they're setting up for another dive. You got the Zac-Leo combo in the bot lane here, and they know that they're there. This is always a rough one when you know it's coming. And the Zac goes in right here. Let's see what they can do. Wukong goes low, does go down. Dokimon Master is tanking, and a teleport's coming through. Here we go. It's going to be Ho. It's going to be this Ahri. Let's see what they can do right here. Maybe get a kill, but a minion blocks the charm. That's rough, and Zac is out of there.
Dive there, Zac using his passive in order to tank the turret and ensure they could get the kill safely. That was very well done, and you know, it's tough being the Serenity bot lane right now. It doesn't feel good having a 3v2 or a 4v2 all the time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's just rough. Ooh, Darius gets a pull off here, 2 stacks, but he gets stunned, and then it's just a matter of distance.
Yeah, nice damage coming out of the Kennen there, and actually walks away winning that trade.
Yeah, it seems like he was really conscious, like clearly has a good understanding of how to set up that stun, and just doing a great job of kiting.
Yeah, really solid. Seems comfortable in the matchup, which is really key into juggernauts like Darius that can easily take over a lane if you slip up even minorly.
And that Kennen is doing like exactly what anyone... Oh, let's see here. Okay, does dodge the bandage toss.
Yeah, it's a good attempt. Bandage toss unfortunately goes a little wide there. And I think were they to succeed that gank, they could have gotten the top tower, which would have been really, really nice little global gold for their team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Glad they're still going for it, still making these attempts. You know, the jungler is doing his best to try to get him back in this game. And I'm sure once we get into a nice 5v5 fight, it could be anyone's.
It really could be. Again, you know, like, we're just looking at these just looking at these ults and these champions, like, there's a ton of potential. Charm goes wide. Cassiopeia laying down a lot of consistent damage. Ahri ults away.
Yeah, that was a very, very solid 1v1 duel by the Cassiopeia there. Dragonborn pretty confident in his matchup as well, not afraid to walk
Yeah,
up.
here we go. Look at this devastating dive. Absolutely locking up both of these players. The Ignite ticking down. That was very well executed. Perfect layering of CC.
Really fantastic job by the Dokimon Master and Velveteen Sky there.
Ooh, a flash away, exhaust going down. Dragonborn following. But Norway Pete's on the other side. Cassiopeia is actually stuck in between here. Let's see. Oh, Bandage Toss goes wide. Charm goes wide. Dragonborn now free to hit over the tower. Okay, Velveteen Sky does take 2 turret shots walking over.
Fancy slithering there by Dragonborn to dodge the Amumu engage there and counter with some great damage. Really confident on this pick, enough to even 1v2.
Yeah, what a good snake.
Yeah.
And it does seem like they're going to take this next Rift Herald. Ooh, Ahri definitely sees, like, that's a half health Cassiopeia. Oh, but the Cassiopeia ult comes down and just tanks the perfect amount of turret shots and walks away with the kill.
Well calculated by Dragonborn there. Velveteen Sky back top lane.
Velveteen Sky,
This Leona is all over the map.
unafraid of death, does not conform to anyone's belief of where a support should be, and is just doing God's work all over the map here, bringing CC to every lane.
Getting a lot of value out of this Leona pick for sure.
Absolutely. If CC is a religion, then Velveteen Sky is their prophet, and there is no corner across the land in which they will not travel to bring the message of their god.
Yeah, top lane about to hear the good word.
Top lane is about to hear the good word for sure. Bigfoot is now Velveteen Sky's #1 fan, and he paid us 3 pennies to say it.
Well, thank you, Bigfoot. I'm sure as a former AD carry main, seeing support play like this is inspiring.
Yeah, makes you want to dust off the old gloves and get back down there. God, that gun is so big. It's just very
really
big.
Is mean. Like, imagine just a handshake with Senna using that hand. You pulverized your bones with the sheer grip strength it takes to carry that thing.
100%. A polite handshake from Senna would destroy me. I would never be able to play the piano again. Not that I could in the first place, but if I had been able to.
Never again.
Certainly never again. Certainly cuts out any learning opportunities.
As internal tilt secures the 3rd Drake there.
Oh, a flash forward, Velveteen Sky layering that CC. Ahri does jump over the wall, but we cut to Wukong trying to sneak away. But here's another slithery snake, and Wukong goes down. Ahri goes down in the mid lane as well. Oh.
And they just are getting advantages across the map still here. And the Herald summon top is all-out aggression, pedal to the metal from internal tilt here.
This is one of those games where it's like, okay, this is going to be a really, really hard game to come back from, but let's start learning, right? Like, this is an amazing opportunity for growth on the side of Serenity Esports. Wait, let's see if this cannon gets away. Good flash. But this is an amazing opportunity to be like, okay, what are our weaknesses here? What can we learn from, like, the pathing of this Zac to shore up our defenses and make sure that people don't get little leads that stack on top of each other like this?
Absolutely, yeah. The game's certainly not over yet. They have a lot of time to adapt, not only within this game, but moving forward in the series. So I'm really curious to see what changes they can make as well. I think their comp has a lot of strength when it fights together, but also they have the potential for a 1-3-1 situation. So if they can switch into more of a mid-game macro mindset and separate the opponent's team, which is certainly stronger right now, they could get advantages in the side lane that could lead to some more successful
Ooh, we might see a top lane fight here. We do. This is a 2v1 right here, and Darius needs to get some heals. Flashes out the exhaust, the slows, the poison, and the kill goes over to the big snake.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Darius there, he just didn't have the vision in place in order to see that roam coming. Gets caught with the miasma from behind, and that was just about enough.
Yeah, it really was. This, I will say on the side of Serenity Esports, you know what I'm also just realizing? I'm not going to have to change the graphics for next game because they're supposed to switch sides. So I've technically made a good move for the future.
Yeah, sure, just preparing.
CSing, no part of the map is like getting absolutely destroyed in CS. There is a much bigger discrepancy between the Ezreal and the Wukong, but I think that's just like the fact that they're only 30 CS behind while playing a melee champion into an Ezreal Leo. Like, yeah,
sort of expected in the matchup. I don't think it's the end of the world to fall that behind, and especially in a game like this where the fights have all been extremely one-sided. You expect to fall behind. I think it's really great on the Darius to be up in the matchup, and I don't think that, as you said, the discrepancy is gonna put them completely out of it yet.
Right. No, absolutely, and they are turning to this Baron. Snake v Snake here.
20 minutes on the dot. They are going straight for it. You gotta love the pace they're setting for this game. They're ahead and they know it.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is the kind of confidence you want to have when you are ahead, and the exact kind of plays. You never want to let that tempo slow down, and they are doing a great job of keeping their foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, really fantastic pacing here. Happy to see them group up for the mid lane. See if the Zac can get anything done on this flank here. Darius.
Walking right into this bush. They're both level 12, but unfortunately Zac's got the rest of his team, and Leo ult comes down, and that Ezreal popping that Darius. This is going to be a tall order. Baron-empowered waves, huge gold lead.
Yeah, it's an extremely powerful siege coming in, and the Darius just walking down to support his teammates. Unfortunately, that jungle now belongs to Internal Tilt.
Absolutely, but let's see, this Kennen going pretty low, and they are getting on the board. Kill goes over to Hao in the mid lane.
See it. Very nice from the Ahri there. Teaming up with the Amumu to take him down. Relieves pressure in one of the waves at least, so they can now head back to deal with their quickly crumbling base.
Yeah, this is a shake it off game, and right now you just want to have some fun. See if you can ruin some people's KDA here.
Sure, yeah, this is the anti-KDA playtime for sure.
Absolutely. Yo, I've got a theory that I'm going to talk about after this game. Oh, great. Oh, here we go. Can they take out Dragonborn? But a heal comes down. Oh, Dragonborn's so low. They do turn it over, and wow. Velveteen Sky, I believe, got a kill there with the Leo ult.
Yep, pulled off the ace with the Leona ult there.
And that is going to be game one going to Internal Tilt. Yep, let's say it together because we both definitely know. By the way, Damien the First is just a proud fan of Serenity Esports, and I absolutely love it. That's
stoked that they got that kill. Really nice there. Glad to see him put something up on the board, and like we said, very excited to see their adaptation for game 2.
So this is my theory. Okay, so damage charts, exactly what you'd expect. One team, had a runaway. I'm optimistic that there's a huge chance to learn from this game for Serenity Esports, which of course I will now not be moving those logos. And here's what it is. I think they just need to change their bot lane. And then they need to just shore up vision a little bit.
I was going to bring up the vision game. I think while Velveteen Sky was also getting a lot done with his engages, he was maintaining fantastic vision on the map as well, coming through with the highest vision score in the game there. So yeah, definitely would love to see some improved vision and a more traditional bot lane that can transition into a team fight phase more. I'd also would really love to see Serenity focus Norway Pete's attention on the mid lane. I think they have a lot of potential to turn that matchup in their favor and open up the game that way.
Absolutely. Oh, excellent. We're both in here. Okay. Also, obviously, gotta give the shout outs to the Dokimon Master and Velveteen Sky. I think those two, if I had to give an MVP trophy, I'd snap it in half over my knee and I'd give half to each of them because I think they both just played so well.
I have to agree with you. Their routine gank spot lane, they felt practiced, they were clean, they were able to dive the tower effectively, even get things done early enough to ensure they could continue making those plays. So really, really great to see the tank engage players getting the job done there.
Norway Pete says, don't say anything nice about us. We don't deserve it. LMAO. No, Norway Pete. You listen to me. You get back in there on comms with your team and you rally, all right? Listen to what we're saying. Maybe tweak bot lane a little bit, but you guys got it. You guys have the groundwork, the foundation to build up something good. Every loss is an opportunity to build yourself up higher. And I want to have you putting yourself down in the LBLCS. This is the low budget LCS, all right? We're low budget right now, but we're building up. We're building up, all right? All right, good. I like that now, Pete.
Important to note, Norway Pete, that this is a league where anything can happen, and we're all pulling for you guys. You know, I'd love to see the same game in reverse with you folks up 22-1 there.
Yeah, let's see what you can do. Thanks, Damien the First. Oh, T Schmidt, what's up? 4 hearts. How's it going, man?
In with the 4 hearts. All right.
God, what a handsome guy. Happy to have him. Happy to have him. Okay, so internal tilt 1, awesome. I'm doing it.
We're getting the names.
Speaking of getting speaking of making things work on. Oh, sorry. Stream is ready. Yeah, man, we're all about growth here at the LBLCS. Look at this stream, for example. You all have watched me mess up about 3 or 4 times already today. I've been doing this for 9 months. I should be better, but I'm not. And that's important to know.
I think that 3 to 4 times was a little generous there.
All right, Flow Snake. I think the draft has started. Would you look at this?
All right, Echo and Set both banned out first here. Good power picks. I like it. Shen, obviously, global pressure can be a huge game turner in situations like this. So another good ban. I think, like I had said in the first game, Zach is a very, very high priority pick here. So I'm curious to see if one team adapts by banning it out here, or if they're just willing to trade the first picks of it.
Yeah, that I am excited to see. The Zach ban comes out. This is the we're looking at a tiny meta, and the way economy and executive work. Just for everyone who's watching, this may be your first stream with us. These are the regular season is just blocks of 2 games. CEO is best of 3. So right now we're just looking at 2 games. So we've got 1 adaptation. Team plays on one side, then they switch to the other side. So we're seeing the adaptation right now, and I think that Zach ban's a good one.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. If you're not willing to, if you're not going to get a first pick, take it off the table. That's a smart adaptation there by Serenity for sure. All right, Urgot and Mordecai's are locked in as the top lane matchup here. Should be an exciting one. Both champions have huge outplay potential. Excited to see those two slug it out.
Absolutely, and I don't know if he's watching, but if Yo Daddy's Daddy is in chat, I know that guy.
This is the game for him.
This is the game for him. If we needed an Urgot expert, it'd be that guy. Bacon Dagger, thanks so much for the follow. We will see you at the next investors meeting. Also, thank you, Delmarian the First and Baked Beans. You're both wonderful. And thank you, T. Schmidt, for saying that I'm cute. Dalmaran. Thank you, Norway Pete, for putting a phonetic. That was very kind, and I wish everyone did that. Also, Ash Cheeks, I love your name, and I like that you put a little unicorn in the chat. That was cool.
It's a sweet unicorn.
Oh no, Ezreal Yumi. Yikes.
Yeah, that is certainly no fun to deal with. A powerful duo, to say the least, and unique amongst notable bot lane duos in that you're basically playing, only attempting to hit the Ezreal in the lane with things as the Yumi is attached to him, which I think of as a downside. But then again, it's an Ezreal, and his E has higher priority than basically every CC ability I've ever seen. So that's why they pick it. Should be a relatively safe one for them with high poke potential. The Zyra, of course, and as well as the Jhin, also high poke potential. A lot of CC in the lane, should be an exciting one.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love Jhin Zyra. I think that's great. I hope that's Zyra's support.
As a former Zyra mid player, I have to assume it is a Zyra support coming through here.
Yep, that's fair. Oh,
These
why
mid
Bunny?
laners tend to favor assassin picks, and a Zyra would really struggle there.
Why Bunny says, wait, what is this? It just appeared as a recommended channel, but I'm so curious. Why Bunny, I'm going to give you a real quick lowdown. You just said this feels like an illegal LCS, LMAO, and you're really, really close. That's pretty much what we are. We're the low budget LCS. We are a competitive, but fun League of Legends league. We have got 3 different levels of play. We've got economy, which is sort of like gold and below. We've got executive, which is sort of like plat and below. And then we've got we've got CEO, which is like diamondish and platish. T. Schmidt says the underground LCS, which would be a great little sort of moniker for us. Bacon Dagger also says more Fiesta than the LCS. Absolutely. There's only one kind of party.
Certainly more Fiesta.
In the low budget LCS, and that is a Fiesta. And Delmarian the First is offering you a place on a team. Hop on that. We've got access to the Discord right below our Twitch. The thing, the square, the screen where you're seeing all the stuff. Below that is a link to our Discord. And within that Discord, you'll find many lovely, interesting, curious, and potentially insane people. But the key is that everyone's really nice. Dutch Krampus says the best kind of shit show, I'd say. And T. Schmidt triple upped that. I know that was a lot. We also have a trailer somewhere.
Another friend.
Oh, somebody, and Delmarian the First has followed. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate the follow, and we will see you at the investors meeting. Oh, let me do my job. And we're back.
Why Bunny? The question: are the teams legit? They're super legit, but I believe they are all mostly groups of friends, and also people who have found each other through our Discord server. We have free agent postings you can put up, and unfortunately, I believe all the teams are locked in for the season. But always
you can still join you can join a team still, but to get a team in right now, yes, would be difficult.
Yeah, so you can fill a role within an existing team, but new teams will be for the next season.
Yes. And yes, Kevin has allergies. It's Kevin, but he's got allergies. If you didn't know, says that there's legit teams with practices and stuff, and we do. Oh, thanks, man. Hey, why Bunny? Welcome to the low budget LCS. We will see you at the investors meeting. Anyone who follows is immediately an investor and is invited to the board meeting.
Of course. I believe, LeChance, you're bringing donuts this time around?
I am indeed. Donuts and donut holes.
Oh, best of both worlds.
Absolutely. I want the whole thing. Donuts are a scam because there's a nice little bit in the middle that they're just taking from us. And what, I'm supposed to accept it as an aesthetic? No, it's robbery. Yes, Kevin, some of them will be gluten-free.
I'm gonna counter that point with bagels.
Yep. Oh, I love bagels, but I also love sandwiches. And so one could argue, God, if I could have bagel bread, but it was like, you know what I'm saying? The texture, the viscosity. That's the wrong word.
You want to eat a sandwich on a bagel is what it sounds like.
I do it a lot. What are your favorite kinds of bagels? Chat, please let us know about your favorite kinds of bagels as well. The whole draft thing, we've got 3 minutes to talk about that. We've only got a mere moment to talk about these bagels.
Absolutely. I'm a diehard everything bagel man. I say why not have it all?
You know, I appreciate the craft that goes into, it is an orchestral symphony of flavors, and to balance all of those tenors and notes across something as complex as a tongue, I think it's a really beautiful art. I think sometimes people do too much with the onion aspect of it. I love poppy seed. I love sesame seed. I love, and this is my controversial take, I love bacon, egg, and cheese on a cinnamon raisin bagel.
That is awful.
It's really good, guys.
I have ever.
Guys, don't listen to Flow Snake. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on a on a toasted cinnamon raisin bagel. Get your mouth ready for the beautiful, fun, the sweet, the salty. It's just so good. Boy, the
flavor combination makes me want to throw up. That is just awful.
Someone you don't know agrees with you, but what does he know? Delmian the First says it tastes good, and that guy knows what he's talking about. T. Schmidt says, you know, and that hurts me to my very soul. This is oddly very controversial. That was just one sentence. I didn't expect it to go like this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're bringing up candied bacon, and
Ooh.
certainly sweet and savory is not the worst combination and can be done well.
Yes.
However,
T. Schmidt.
my issue comes in with the egg.
Sure.
I don't want a sugary egg.
Interesting. But so my only counter to that would be in other sweet and salty. Kevin Has Allergies asked Why Bunny what their take is, and I'm also deeply curious.
Our newest investor, we value your voice on the bagel issue.
Yeah, you hold more weight than you think you do. There are other sweet and salty. You know, it is a classic, you know, a storied tradition of melding these two extremes. And
salty here, and I just don't think of egg as a flavor that is inherently salty unless you're really souping that sucker up.
The egg is a foundation, and with the cheese, you know, it depends on
okay, what kind of cheese are you pulling it all together with?
Oh, I mean, if we're talking about cheeses, which I know, why were we talking about anime before when we could have been talking about cheeses?
I'll be on cheese all day.
Yeah, absolutely. I love, I'm going to say one thing and then I'm going to say another thing. I love all cheese. I really like exploring cheeses. Great.
Absolutely.
I believe American cheese was made to be melted. That's just sort of what it feels like. And so if I'm...
It's made of plastic.
Because it is made of plastic. Why Bunny says, I'd rather keep my opinions to myself. I'll just judge your tastes from the shadows. Well played, Why Bunny. We have many shadow investors.
And after my own heart.
Ooh, Dalmian the First is a real sharp-aged cheddar. I love that, too. Oh, Dutch Krampus.
I get a pound of sharp-aged cheddar every time I go to the grocery store.
It's so scary to watch you eat cheese. It's really scary.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I can't contest.
Yeah, it's buck wild. Dutch Krampus, pepper jack or bust. I feel you, man. Sometimes if I need that good spice,
in my cheese, for sure.
It's really nice.
I'm gonna throw something out there. What about a nice goat cheese with a fig spread there?
So
that is a cheese and sweet combo I can really get behind.
So funny that you bring that up. That is sort of one of the corners of the cheese world, of the cheese experience. You know, if cheese was sort of a large sprawling landscape, this would just be a cliff that was just out of reach. I haven't been able to get over that crest. I'm not a goat cheese and fig person. I'm not a fig guy. Really, sure. I will eat fig Newtons, but I understand.
By the sleeve or like in a normal human amount?
By the sleeve? Are you kidding?
Yeah, the only way to enjoy fig Newtons.
But I also have a problem. I can't have snacks in the house. I've told you this before.
I feel that,
yeah. Absolutely. My girlfriend was like, let's just get some Oreos and we'll put them in the cabinet and then we'll have a few after dinner. And I'm like, no.
Of Oreos and hate myself.
Exactly. Yeah, I go on a mission. Also, I can't not address this. Mr. Prezi, I wasn't ignoring you. He says, LeChance licks toes, change my mind. I would love...
The fact that we're on bagels so much actually leads back to the original toe licking conversation in which you were accused of putting bagels around toes.
That was what I was accused of doing. Yeah, are we talking about bagels then?
The evidence really supports it as well.
Jesus. I mean, what can I say? You've got me. I'm cornered. I've been had. Oh, Kevin Has Allergies is playing the Happy Canadian song. Yeah, guys, we've got like some fun audio that you can use to really mess specifically with me, because there does come a point when I can't see that it's coming. Dutch Krampus is a die-hard The Happy Canadians fan.
Great to see that level of support in the chat.
Oh, why Bunny? Sorry, I did such a bad job explaining of what we are. We do like a full 11-week season. This is the first week. So you're coming in however you want to engage with the low budget LCS. You're coming in at the perfect time. So this is we have like whatever 9 weeks of the normal season, and then we have our playoffs. And it's a whole big to do. Honestly, hop in the Discord, man. It's a very fun community. Mr. Presley says it's all scripted, and he's not wrong. T. Schmidt says that it's a money laundering scheme, and he's not wrong either. Look at this. Everybody's right.
It is everything and nothing all at once.
It is everything and nothing. We are the wind. Yeah, Down Me in the First. I love it when fans find their way into the chat. Dutch Krampus for the Happy Canadians and Down Me in the First for Serenity Esports. By the way, why Bunny? Don't get confused. The Happy Canadians are not playing in this game. Dutch Krampus just really likes them. This is
the chat is often misleading.
Incredibly. Actually, also sometimes they're really helpful. Just flip a coin anytime you ask them a question, and that's probably the answer.
Yep. All right. So we've got most teams sort of spreading out. Serenity, Internal Tilt going for the little push in there, try to get some deep wards down, and they are able to ward Serenity's blue buff.
Absolutely. Why Bunny, right now I'd say Serenity Esports is the underdog. We're looking to see some awesome evolution. Oh, there's a hype train. When did we add that to the stream? I was surprised by that yesterday, too. It's at 19%. I don't know what it means. It also has levels. Sub or gift or use
Well,
bits.
let's keep it going, whatever it is.
Yeah, choo. Well, we figure out the mechanics of our own stream. There's a couple of admins and a decent amount of staff. Definitely not. It's highly unlikely. And Kevin has allergies as the conductor. Well played, man. Choo. Oh, God, yes. Here comes some money for laundry. Gotta have clean clothes. Thanks, Dutch Krampus. You confuse me in the happiest way possible.
Yeah. I think they misheard you. It's money laundry. So, like, we clean your
some money for
laundry and then send it back. Small fee.
Yeah, that is what we do. We wash your change for you. Money gets pretty dirty. You'd be surprised.
It does. It's extremely dirty, and I think our service is undervalued.
Incredibly. Can I just say that I love that, okay, I've got this right? Serenity Esports on the left side, on blue side. I haven't messed this up.
Yep, Norway Pete is the captain of Serenity Esports.
Yes, he is.
Guy is the captain of Internal Tilt.
Yes, and he is going to give us the business this game.
Oh yeah, Velveteen Sky's Zyra is something I was very much looking forward to seeing. I was hoping Internal Tilt would bust out the Triple Z comp, where they'd get the Zac Zed Zyra, as those are the mains of their respective players there. But happy to see another strong pick for him coming out. Curious to see how much impact he can have on this Zyra.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once again, Velveteen Sky, the economy prophet of CC. So
expect him in every lane. He's not simply gonna stay.
Definitely, he is not going to. So I think that, I think just like looking at stuff, I think that there is a slight edge in terms of the potential of this like Jhin and Zyra combo to be like super annoying. I think Ezreal Yuumi is really safe, and as long as they're content with like giving up a little bit of CS, they're not going to be turning over any kills at all.
Okay, the top side.
Here we go. Let's see. This is Urgot. He does get pulled back. The last legate walking forward. Let's see. Kayn doing some damage, but he is not wavering, and I love that.
Yeah. Great reserve there to maintain the flash. Going down the flash in this lane could end up really bad, so smart of him to know their limits and know he could walk out of there safely.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see here. Norway Pete and the Dokimon Master both have red buff, but this is Kayn, and he's got a big scythe. He's trying to get out of there.
The flash out of a Moo.
He does.
Yeah, we know Dokimon Master is going to ensure the pace of this game stays pretty high, especially on this Kayn. He's looking to get a lot done. I expect him to go for red Kayn and continue, but he's got relatively few opportunities for that. Actually, looking at the Urgot and the Rise as the two solo lanes, both range champions.
Oh, here we go. Velveteen Sky landing a lot of CC. The Jhin debut, Ezreal, Arcane shifts out of the way. Now that's the safety, right? That is what this Ezreal and Yuumi brings, is a little bit more time.
Absolutely, yeah. Good poke and the ability to stay safe, but unfortunately, Zyra Jhin is going to have the push on him early on, and we're seeing that reflected in the CS lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to answer a question. Oh, sorry, why Bunny? When I say this is an economy game, it's just because when we call ourselves a low-budget LCS, so we sort of went, ooh, Syndra lands the stun there. How, though, coming back with a combo of his own, got a little bit of movement speed. Pretty even trade back and forth.
Great trade by Ho there. I think he did a good job accepting that he was CC'd and still being able to get damage down himself.
Absolutely, and Velveteen Sky once again.
Sky in the mid lane.
Absolutely, and I think that, Serenity Esports just needs to be on top of those pings, right? And they actually catch them on the ward right now. They know where both Syndra and Zyra is, and Norway Pete's on the same side of the map. So even if bot lane is ganked, they'll have some support around.
Yeah, that is definitely great vision out of the side of Serenity there, being able to catch that roam. Unfortunately, the Zyra is able to get some damage onto the Amumu, which basically means first dragon is theirs.
Absolutely. So, why Bunny? Sorry. Yes, I was a little bit confusing earlier in my terminology. Because we call ourselves the low-budget LCS, we just sort of stayed on the economic aesthetic, and we have 3 different levels of play: economy, executive, and CEO. And those have different elos that they're sort of like centered around. So this is economy. So this is like I think it's like anything goes, but like low gold and below. I'm not 100% sure. There are, yeah.
Silver players, a few bronze players, a few gold players.
I'll say this: the best way to learn what the low budget LCS is to watch some of these streams and to talk to people in the Discord. That is, you will
join the Discord and talk in the Twitch chat. Great community.
Absolutely. Okay, Syndra lands this stun here. How?
Yeah, Dragonborn looking very comfortable on the Syndra pick.
Yeah, this is and the ult comes out. Probably just one or two balls away there from an actual execution.
Extremely good timing on that, though. He's going to be able to get the push with a cannon wave and deny some CS to the Rise and extend his lead even further.
Now, okay. So, just looking at CS across the board, I do think, they are not. So by this point, there were 6 kills in the last game. They're doing a much better job of like preventing that kind of shift. But I think there is that balance, right, in between playing like too far back in that. Am I making any sense with that? I think,
I get what you're saying. I do think Serenity has the benefit of some great scaling picks out of the Rise and the Ezreal here, so they're okay definitely with things going slow and not getting dove over and over bot lane again.
Right.
But you are right. I would like to see some more impact out of the Amumu pick. Extremely strong ganks early on. Could really contribute a lot to the lanes here, especially mid lane. He could help turn the CS discrepancy around, but unfortunately it looks like he just hasn't been able to find the right opportunity yet.
No, absolutely. And again, this is pre 10 minutes. There's a lot of opportunity, and although they are down in CS a little bit, okay, let's see here. All of the CCs landed. Jhin does break out the ult right now. Yuumi doing his best to block. Can he block this last shot? And he does. And Norway Pete is also here in the corner. So if they went further on that, they might have found themselves in a rough situation. Wow, a lot of damage getting dealt down. They're flashed by the Velveteen Sky. And a summoner spell. Just simply by playing safer, they got to eat a sum from this Zyra. And Norway Pete.
No flash or ignite. We know how much.
Yeah, a full health Norway Pete. Okay, the slow is landed there. The flash forward, the ult comes down. Okay, first blood does go to the Zyra. No, they almost had it. They almost had it.
It was a good attempt. Unfortunately, the Ezreal falls before he's able to get the damage down.
And, you know, shout out to Velveteen Sky there for just, like, staring death in the face and being like, listen, I go down or whatever. Ooh, that is a prime situation for Jhin there.
Yeah, Orgasmic Jukes and Velveteen Sky continuing their bot lane dominance, extending their lead down here. We know how much trouble this can be. Curious to see how Serenity can adapt and turn that lane around.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Velveteen Sky is, it's interesting. You know, we've got a couple of, I hope that Velveteen Sky watches, specifically that player watches some of our other streams, because we have another player in the league by the name of, thanks guys. We have another player in this league by the name of Plead the Fifth, who is an incredible Zyra player. And I'd love to watch them compare notes.
Legendary, yeah.
Also, they're saying that your mic is low. Flow Chance, turn up mic. I can't help with that right now, unfortunately.
So I can move it closer to my mouth so you can hear me better, but then you can also hear me breathe.
Can you put it inside your mouth?
I can try.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what?
Closer to my mouth, but farther from my nose, and see if that makes any impact.
Perfect. And you know what? Them hearing you breathe is just a nice reminder that everyone should be breathing.
Yeah, it makes me feel closer to them.
Absolutely. And look at this fancy duck diving and dodging. And are they going to be able to get out? Ezreal's low. And Jin's going to be able to take them down. And a follow-up. Oh! Almost. Yuumi had one more wave there. And then...
Boy and Jamdog really trying their best there, but unfortunately, Orgasmic Jukes and Velveteen Sky get 2 more.
Wow, really fancy feat from Ho here. The exhaust comes out. Okay, Dokemon Master on Norway, Pete. Okay, oh, here we go. If the ults come out. And a flash forward! So close! So close.
Love the aggression. Glad to see him going for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, oh, Mr. Prezi wants an ASMR stream. Sorry if that made anyone uncomfortable, but we can do an ASMR stream at another point. And yes, I did say staring face in the death. Once again, guys, not good with words.
All right. Looks like internal tilt securing Drake puts them up 2 Drakes to 0. I really would love to see Serenity fight for the next one.
Yeah, I think this is, again, the kind of situation where if you're going to be down... Oh, Ho is coming up mid. Ult's mid, I think, is chasing Syndra. I know these two are fighting. I'm just curious how that turns out. But we're back to this top lane duel here. And the last of the game, Mordekaiser ult comes down and gets tagged. And there we go. Serenity Esports on the board. And this, the last Legate was playing Darius last game. And did a good job with just like CS and in general dueling. Okay, Dragonboard lands the stun right here. Velveteen Sky. Oh my goodness.
Nowhere to go.
Oh my goodness. CC, thy prophet is Velveteen Sky. Have you heard the good word?
And it looks like internal tilt has really just put their foot on the gas yet again. Once they got a lead anywhere, they're extending it. So it's really up to Serenity here to be able to find their gold and maintain their losses as they are now so they can still be relevant in these mid-game team fights. But I believe in them. I'm sure they can do it.
Absolutely. I also want to say, T. Schmidt 542, thank you so much for the sub, man. You're a kind of, you know, we saw your friendly face gift a sub to somebody yesterday, and that was very kind as well. You're just a handsome guy. Here we go. Urgot coming in here does get pulled away. You know, I think this Urgot's going to be feeling a lot more confident now, and I do want to see some advantages built out of this. Also, I think Ho's been playing really well in the mid lane as well.
He has, but unfortunately Dragonborn's lead is many plates and many farm up, so he's got a real uphill battle here. Not an impossible task quite yet, but he's got a ways to go.
Right, and I think, yeah, there's a Rift Herald.
Mordekaiser here. Curious what lane they're going to choose to open up with it.
Yeah. Okay, I do think, this Yuumi taking so much damage. But here, a great Amumu ult and a flash away from Dragonborn, but the last Legate goes forward as well. Let's see if they can land anything else. I think they make the right decision to back off there. That could have turned pretty rough. Oh, but let's see. Dragonborn with a excellent ultimate right there.
Yeah,
and
really well played out of the Syndra there. I love to see Serenity going for it, pulling the trigger, getting these fights.
Yes.
The Urgot pick definitely having a strong impact here. See if they can continue it.
yeah, let's see here. Norway, Pete going in, clearing the wave, does get tagged up with some CC. Oh, this is so much. If Jukes can get his last ult off. Oh, he's taking some turret shots there as well. And Velveteen Sky. Oh,
wow.
Velveteen Sky.
There.
That was so good.
Yeah,
that was
like
so
said,
good.
They got hit by some CC, but some CC against these two is all the CC.
It
They
really
did it
is.
perfectly.
Absolutely.
Textbook stuff out of them.
Jin and Zyra are really just like feeling each other. Just
They are. It's great duo lane synergy. Really nice to see from a new team.
yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited to see what they do. And I'm excited to see how Serenity Esports grows. Like this is again, hopefully an opportunity to see like, okay, we're playing against a team that is better than us in a couple of these different categories. What can we take away from that?
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, you and I are no strangers to being on losing teams in leagues such as this. So we know it's all about the adaptation, strong mental, and perseverance as the Urgot is running away with the lane.
And this is what I'm talking about, like seeing what the strengths are. You know, I haven't really seen a lot of play around this top side of the map. And I like the idea of this Ezreal and Yuumi being a safer lane, but I'd love to see Ashe or, you know, something that...
A little more utility focused, I agree.
Yes.
I think put the ball in the Urgot's court and give him some tools to help him succeed.
Mr. Prezi, thank you so much for welcoming T. Schmidt to our shareholders meeting that is at the local Denny's. And someone you don't know, of course, telling him about the closet, because we are not allowed within the state of Vermont again. It's a whole big thing. They can tell you about it, but Mr. Prezi did allude that the CDC is not amused. Not anymore, at least. They thought it was a haha joke, but it wasn't. The last Legate down here. Let's see Velveteen Sky versus this Urgot. Let's see if he can get this kill and a flash away. Does Urgot have ult? No, Urgot does not have ult just yet. But here it is, and the tag, and the last Legate shutting down Velveteen Sky. Well done. And what happened right there is what I love. The Yuumi went on the Urgot. I think that's what you got to do.
Absolutely, yeah. It can have a lot of strength, speeding that Urgot up, ensuring he can get his shotgun knees off. And
That's right, his knees are shotguns.
They are. Internal tilt moving into the Drake here. Let's see if Serenity can get there in time. Doesn't look like they'll be able to. They're dealing with the pressure out of Dragonborn in the bot lane.
Yeah, that Syndra is so big right now. And
yeah, Majai's second item, no fear.
Oh.
Feeling herself for sure.
Rough. Very rough. 4-0, or, you know, does that absolutely turn the game on its head? I don't think so, but I think it's an opportunity, right? If this Urgot gets big enough that like Ho and Ezreal can get all their damage down, you know, I don't know. Some of these fights can turn wonky.
Certainly a champion.
Ooh, Ezreal, let's see if you can
fight around.
Great job. Yuumi, unfortunately.
Yuumi is gone.
Yeah.
It's a rough position to be in.
Absolutely. You know, the three champions that are huge on their team are Syndra, Jhin, and Zyra, and that's a lot of burst.
It's a lot of damage, a lot of CC, and difficult to itemize against.
You know, another thing that I'm just noticing, which is I think Doki Master is playing very well at just like being around the map, exerting pressure, you know, robbing as much of the jungle as he can. But they've done a much better job of not, on the Zac, they were getting ganked at from every angle. And I think they did do a much better job. If their game plan was like, we're not going to die to these ganks from the jungler, then they did it. Unfortunately, it's just a lot of really strong laners right now.
Yep.
And Norway Pete, let's see. This is the Urgot. Okay, Amumu ult goes down. The Syndra is rooted right here. Let's see. Going low. Syndra shut down onto Urgot. Last legate here again as well. Mordekaiser now with a low health bar and a double kill. And well, who's in the top lane? It's a 6-legged man with 6 kills to his name. And that's right, his knees are shotguns. That's
last legged showing up here on the Urgot. Really strong performance. Love to see the Yuumi and Amumu rallying around him. As you're saying, that's definitely their opportunity to turn this game around.
Yeah, I think if they can get more fights like that and collect, there's a shutdown mechanic in this game. If they can collect on a couple of these bounties, I see a 600 gold bounty on that Jhin right now. I think it's going to be hard to get to the Jhin, but oof.
You're right. If they can get that bounty, that's a fair bit of gold in somebody's pocket. Could really push them to an earlier item spike.
And speaking of the flash forward, and he is absolutely on it. Wow. The last legate's just being like, hey, whatever happens, I just want you to remember that we learned from game 1. This is not just a crazy stomp anymore. Let's see. All right, the last legate does get the slow. He does miss the last auto. Okay, goes golden. Dragonborn lives. Well done. Fancy fingers.
Stopwatch from Dragonborn there. Perfect timing. He, I believe, would have certainly died if that auto had landed.
Yeah.
Kane coming in.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, the real question is how many people can Urgot fight at once? Because that's the real rub of the whole situation.
It sure is. At 7-0, I think he's feeling pretty confident to take about 2 or 3 of them at this point, but not quite the full 5. We'll see if he can get there. I did notice the Kane, unfortunately, looks like he has not been able to transform yet. As I mentioned, the lack of melee champions in the game is certainly going to make it difficult if he is looking for that Rost red side transformation.
Right. Now, to the credit of Internal Tilt, even with these turnarounds, they're still massively in the lead, and in 57 seconds, we're going to be fighting for Soul. And
yeah, Serenity, this is really make or break. They got to show up for this Soul fight. I think they've got a great team fight. If they can set up well around the Urgot, get the Yuumi on him,
yeah,
it's just a matter of getting in the right position in time. Velveteen Sky putting down great vision beforehand.
Absolutely, and a good slow out here from the Urgot. A flash away from Velveteen Sky in the last legate against the entire team. The exhaust comes down. Let's see what happens. A major stun from the Yuumi, but I believe he's going to go down anyways. 2 flashes, though. Okay, Norway Pete going in. I think he's got ultimate. Let's see. Yeah, the kill does go down, and they're doing a pretty good job of fighting this front to back. Let's see if Ho can get some damage in there. Dokimon actually going pretty low. Dokimon Master has to back off, and Ho is going to get taken down by this Jhin. That was a 3-1, but, still massive improvement from last game.
It sure was, and I think, Internal Tilt did a great job recognizing if we want to secure this Drake, we got to pick the Urgot beforehand. Velveteen Sky was able to set up good vision, good seeds, get her CC down, and, everybody piles in from there. It's unfortunate Serenity just wasn't all together early enough to get to the Drake safely.
Yeah, this Soul is just going to make that so much harder for them.
It is, yeah. The Cloud Soul, while it's not the strongest Soul in the game, certainly when you've stacked your 4 Drakes under it, going to provide ultimate CDR and movement speed. So certainly useful on champions like Zyra and Jhin that can be, and Syndra even, that can be considered weaker due to their lack of mobility. It's going to be helpful for them. And a fast Kane and Mordekaiser running at you is not great.
For sure. I'll say this also. A huge thing about what this Urgot's got going on is that Majai's is now just at 2 stacks.
That is true. It was a very, very good pick on Dragonborn in that fight. He overextends a little bit, and just as Amumu came in, and they were able to capitalize, I believe, on a shutdown, as well as reduce those Magi stacks.
Absolutely. Now, this Ryze versus Syndra, I mean, it does seem like Rise has the fingers for it, but the lead that Syndra has right now is rough. And also, I mean, let's look at Vision, an absolutely dominant amount of Vision by
the red
internal
side
tilt.
fourth line
Yeah.
is exceptional right now. It's pretty clear they're looking for this Baron.
And they did a Baron at 20 minutes last time,
They did on spawn, yeah. Not quite on that same pace this game, but I expect it to be pretty soon. And a great stun by the Syndra.
Yeah. Really well done.
Yeah, Dragonborn is looking comfortable and really flexing on this pick today.
Yeah, I think, this just goes to show game to game how things can go, because Skullcrazer having a little bit more difficulty this game, but last game played, I think, a beautiful game of Kennen. Like, did a really good job.
Yeah, certainly this lane is not going the way you'd hope, but yeah, playing well in the series overall.
Absolutely.
I think Ho is in a similar situation where this game is not going quite the way he wanted, but played a great game one, and definitely see a lot of potential out of both those players.
Absolutely. And I mean, when it comes down to it, just looking at the numbers, it is also a 10K gold lead right now.
It is.
That is a hard hump to get over, for
it sure
sure.
Is. It's a big uphill battle, and it's going to take...
Let's look at the gold, actually. I've toggled this.
Oh, nice. I'm curious. But yeah, definitely an uphill battle. It's going to require some great positioning in team fights. I think the Yuumi can have a big impact if she's hopping around the right players, as well as looking for Norway Pete to land his CC in the Rise follow-up. So I think it's doable, and if internal tilt decided to start making some mistakes, that wouldn't be so bad either.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Velveteen Sky is about to forget how to be a support in a hot second. Oh.
Yeah, Syndra can press R and delete the AD carry, so
it's difficult. It is difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rough bag.
The Rise is well into Mordekaiser here.
Yeah, let's see this. Let's see this dancing around here. And I think, actually, Ho should keep fighting that. But here we go, the Urgot. This is a 1v4. First shot goes wide. Kane is on it. The Yuumi ult comes down, and that is so much. And a huge fear right there. Gets two of them. But Jin is just enormous. Absolutely enormous. Norway Pete just threw...
A little late on the engage there, and unfortunately...
Just a little late. But
in there as the damage goes down.
You gotta think a couple more seconds of that, and things start to change.
Oh, yeah, it looked good. It definitely had the opportunity to be an overextend on the side of internal tilt there.
So
but, they do secure it.
Gold wise, so much damage, and a flash forward from Velveteen Sky.
Velveteen Sky on the Zyra is.
Oh, and right.
You thought Leona was scary.
That's the second time Velveteen Sky has flashed forward and gotten a kill with an auto from a plant. Wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice Q or WQ setup there, and then trusting that the Leandries would get the burn down. When you got a 20 stack Magi's, that burn is a lot.
Way Too Large points out something interesting, which is that next fight Mumu has flash, and that could matter. And he is right. Mumu's got flash up, and that made me look at Urgot, who also has flash and TP up. So you can still put him in a side lane, have him shove, and then have him TP to wherever he's needed.
That is true. Yeah, good spread of flashes across the board. Jin and Syndra notably both have theirs as well, which is going to let them play a little safer.
Oh, this Yuumi is alone, and I think gone. Oh, just a little bit ahead of the Urgot there. Well played. Dragonborn has been nailing these stuns.
Yeah, great on Jamdog to go for the wards, try to get some vision so they can fight for this Elder, but unfortunately, the movement speed on Yuumi when you're alone is just not enough to get out of the jungle safely.
Yeah, but I think you're right. Jamdog was conceptually doing the right thing there, like going out, getting that much-needed vision.
Dying while getting wards, I'm still glad they were trying to get the wards, and I'm always rooting for people like that, no question.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, let's see here. A double stun followed up by another stun. Norway Pete is on, and here we go. Urgot they've got an interesting choke point here. Ult comes down, and let's see if he can get the fear. He didn't actually pull him inside. Wow, flash away from the Syndra here. Lastlegate doing his best on the backline, but the backline, on both sides, the backlines were dove, but Internal Tilt comes out on top and has Elder Dragon. I can only imagine that that's going to be game.
Syndra really coming in big there, allows their backliners to live.
I think Kane dove. Did Kane dodge? Did Kane get hit with Urgot's ult? No, he didn't. Urgot didn't have ult. If Urgot had ult there, I mean, who knows? I keep talking about the what ifs. All I'm saying is that health bars were,
good.
yeah.
It looked like a messy start on the side of Internal Tilt and an opportunity for Serenity. Glad to see him going for it. Unfortunately, that Elder Drake damage coming in.
So much damage. That Syndra is so scary. So scary.
Great performance by Dragonborn on this Syndra.
Bacon Dagger asks, do you think this is a draft win or an execution win? I think this is an execution win.
Absolutely. I think a draft win in economy level LBLCS is pretty hard to come by. I would say.
I'd even say an executive as well. You know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would say it's really comes down to more so than power picks, comfortability on those picks, and execution.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You know, this especially in the LBLCS, and I think in general, we see a lot of personality expressed through play, and the teams that we're seeing right now are gonna be looking very different. Let's see, and there it is. I mean, that's just fun to watch. That they've got, yeah, this Elder buff. I think that's it. Oh, almost had the fancy feet. Oh, that Urgot just going. I respect that so much. Just go in.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the full ace. Internal Tilt is gonna take this game and is gonna go 2-0 on the day. Once a reminder, it's just blocks of 2 games for economy and executive, but this will count as a full win for them, and congratulations to Internal Tilt. I think a really well played game.
Yeah, certainly a great debut, and welcome to the league. You really made an impact.
Absolutely. And here, let's take a look at these. Okay, so this is actually what I wanted to talk about. I'm looking at the damage part right now. Yeah, good game to both teams. I'm really, for sure, Internal Tilt came out here. They were like, what's up, yo? We are going to be gunning for that top spot in economy. But I loved the adaptations of play that were made from game 1 to game 2 for both teams.
Absolutely. Cannot say it enough. What an incredible Urgot performance that was by the last Legate. Really trying to pull it together and carry his team, and sad to see he couldn't quite do it, but really a great showing.
Yeah, I mean, the man's knees are shotguns. What else can you say?
That's commitment.
That's commitment. You're Velveteen. What's up, dude? The Prophet of CC in the house. You played some great games. Oh, we're actually gonna do some interviews real quick. If you're new to this whole thing, what we like to do is we like to invite one member from each team to come on, ask a couple questions, see how the games did. I know that both these teams are new, which is why I'm saying it out loud, so that some of y'all hear it. And I'm going to write it in the Discord, and I'm going to say, Flowsnake, vamp for a second.
It's easier to vamp for a while if you don't tell me to do it. Looking at that series and the start of Economy League in general, I believe this is only the second series played in Economy so far, so it's anyone's game. But I'm really happy to see the level of aggression and the comps coming through here. I think it's a really fun league to watch. Happy to be here casting it. Really happy to see some exciting and fun games today. As far as damage charts go on that, really close between the Syndra and Jhin. I think Internal Tilt can be extremely happy with their play today. They've clearly got a strong bot lane. Velveteen Sky is getting all that CC down, really setting up orgasmic jukes for the plays. Dragonborn with a standout Syndra performance, a known power pick, so really a great start to the season for them, and I see a lot of potential in those guys. really good adaptation between drafts with the Zach ban as well. If they can't have it, no one can. Curious, how the Dokimon Master felt with the Kane. As I said, it was a little bit of a late transformation, which is somewhat common. And
I too am curious, and we'll be able to answer some of those questions. We have got Norway Pete, the captain of Serenity Esports, who we're gonna be bringing up. Norway Pete, welcome to the desk, man. How are you doing today?
Well, they're not good.
That's fair. Rough games. Rough games.
It's a rough
losing
series.
is one thing, but we got embarrassed, right?
Okay, hold on. That's not true. Let me tell you what I saw. I saw a team joining the LBLCS. This is your first game on the match. You go out there on the mat. You see what's up. You feel the surroundings. You're like, okay, this team is bringing the business. And you made adaptations. Game 2 was night and day difference from game 1. I don't want to hear that negative stuff because you guys did do better. And I'm really excited to see what you guys are going to do over the course of this season.
Legate is the god. So
yeah, I mean, his knees are shotguns.
Another friend.
Might have to have
god
an
of all
Urgot
gods.
1v1 tournament at some point in this league.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Fantastic.
Yeah, certainly fantastic performance out of Legate there. Really exceptional in Urgot.
Yeah. To be fair, we knew a lot of things we did wrong, and we were discussing it afterwards. Our vision is horrible. We need. There were things we wanted to do going into this game that the other team accidentally counterpicked really well, and we were afraid to pick blind into. So we didn't get our mid laner in any of his best champions, which is on us, right? And we rely on him a lot to be a big part of our team.
Sure.
We just changed ADCs.
Another friend.
We scrimmed this team last week, and after that game, our bot lane fell apart. We had to re-put it back together.
Sure.
They're really new at working together right now, and you could see they're not really used to working together right now.
Well,
yeah, I definitely think there's room to grow as a duo for sure, and as a team, I think it's great that you guys are identifying what you see as the issues, and that should lead to some growth and some really strong performances in the future.
And the bot lane in the first game's my fault. He said Rakan, but I thought he said Wukong.
Interesting.
Wukong when it was supposed to be Rakan.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Well, I don't know if your team is listening at all, but I'm really excited to see what you guys bring. I think this is a great game we have VODs on the Twitch. Go back, watch this game, get that top-down perspective. I mean, I'm a fan. I'm excited to see you guys play in the rest of the season. Is there anything you guys want to say to your fans out there? Because you legitimately you had people cheering for you in the chat.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to those guys?
We have an amateur esports with a Discord, so we had quite a few people from our Discord out here to support.
That's awesome.
Really, really glad you guys all came out to support us. It actually means a lot to us knowing that even when we're not at our best, you guys still want to come out and support us and help us strive to be better and stuff like that. And we're gonna look forward to putting out a better performance next game.
Hell yeah, man. Well, we look forward to talking to you again later on in the season, and have a good rest of your day. All right. And we are gonna... Yeah. I'm gonna throw you a curveball and say... Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Where's the curveball?
Vamp, dude. Dance.
Okay, sure. Okay. So yeah, great to hear from Norway Pete. Glad to see that Serenity is taking the loss well and looking forward to the rest of the season. Really stoked that they have so many fans in the chat. Thank you to those guys for sure. Excited to follow your growth, and hoping we can get somebody from Internal Tilt in here shortly just to sort of talk us through that series. I'm wondering how they're feeling.
Yeah, I don't know. Sir Prancelot wants to know what happened what happened in Vermont. And Sir Prancelot, that's between us and a very litigious gentleman in Vermont. Listen, guy, T. Schmidt wants to hear about it too. Listen, we're not going to talk about what happened in Vermont. We can't talk about what happened in Vermont.
Not allowed.
Yeah, Kevin has allergies, says we've been advised not to discuss it, and advisement is putting it lightly. Hop into...
Yeah, all of our attorneys on the payroll were pretty
Yeah,
clear.
it's weird. We're the low budget LCS. We don't have a lot of technical prowess, but we have a ton of attorneys. It's crazy.
You have what you need, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and here we have Ding Dong, the bells toll for the Prophetess CC. What's up, Velveteen? How's it going, man? Congrats on the games.
Hey, thanks. It's going well.
You played 2 bang-up games of Zyra and Leo. Is this like your calling? What's your style when it comes to support? We saw that you firmly disagree with staying in the bottom lane, and that worked out very well.
There was a lot of opportunity, and I got a smart ADC, so something I've been working on, I guess.
Yeah, really solid synergy out of the two of you, and really impressive, especially the Jin Zyra, just the layering of CC. The first game, I thought Pokemon Monster and you layered CC really well in your dives, and then to follow it up in a more poke-oriented situation, I was very impressed with the versatility. So good on you guys for that. Just curious, how are you guys liking the league so far? Like, how's it feeling to be playing these games?
Well, we were excited to get back into starting playing again. A little disappointed that there's not that many teams, but we're hopeful that we can do some work. We have scrimmed a couple of the economy games or economy teams, and I think it's going to be pretty good, pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Nice. Feeling confident with your season after your scrims. I like to hear it.
Yeah.
After a game like that, is this you calling like we're coming for the first spot, like we're gonna win this whole thing? Is that a tentative? We're feeling pretty good. I know you haven't played all the teams, and obviously as the season goes on, the teams change drastically in terms of preparation and what they're able to accomplish. So where do you feel in that?
It's the political answers. It's too early to tell, but I'm gonna say we're gonna be up there. Top 1, top 2 teams for sure.
Very nice. Glad to hear the confidence. We need somebody to throw down the gauntlet early in the season, so there can be sort of some strong competition for that. So happy to hear that.
Yeah, I mean teams can come at us, but we're ready to throw down.
Right on.
Love
All right.
it.
Anything you want to say to your new fans out there?
I appreciate confidence. My team was watching the Twitch chat and very they were sharing the love that I was getting, so I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. All right, well, thanks for coming on the desk, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.
All right, thanks for casting, guys. Appreciate
Absolutely.
Yeah, our pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been... First of all, don't go anywhere just yet. I will say, we have got 2 more days of games already scheduled and lined up. There's a scheduling tab on our Twitch channel. We are going to be streaming tomorrow. We're going to be streaming Clown9 versus Bubblicious. Thanks, Kevin Has Allergies, the Happy Canadian, for 100 bits. And we're going to be streaming Thursday, which is going to be Globo Gym Purple Cobras versus another one. It's in the schedule tab. Also, if you join the Discord, you'll see us talking about it as well. This is now, for all the folks that are going good night, have a good night. We're going to have a brief... If you have any questions about drinks that you'd like to ask Flowsnake, I'm calling it Flowsnake's Drink Corner. Come on over to the bar. Hold on. Let me.
The Bud Light League Lounge, but it's you drinking tequila. I'm in.
Exactly. That was the sound effects of us watching over. If anyone has any drink questions, you don't have to, but we had some in the beginning, and then we had to get to doing our dang job. So chat, if you've got any questions, go for it. Yeah, Y Bunny Clown9. He's drinking Cloud Candy right now. What are your thoughts, Flowsnake? I don't know what that is. Is that a beer? Is that a cider?
Looks like it's an IPA. Give me 2 seconds. By Mighty Squirrel Brewing Company. Interesting. I haven't had it, but let me look it up. So I haven't had it, but based on its outstanding score on Beer Advocate and the general characteristics that it's a New England IPA with a relatively low ABV, I think I'd enjoy it immensely. You know, I used to be much more into the IPAs. I've kind of steered clear lately, more into the liquor zone.
Yeah,
but,
what's hot
yeah,
right now?
Sounds like a great beer.
Oh, also Mighty Squirrel in Boston. I don't know if that's a drink.
Yeah, that's where it's from. Yeah, Mighty Squirrel Brewing Company, out of Boston, Mass, for sure. South Candy. Sounds great.
Oh my God, it's attached to Kevin Has Allergies climbing gym. That's fantastic. Also, T. Schmidt said, I want LeChance on a green screen caster table. You have no idea how close we were to having a green screen. We had a studio set up for the finals of season 3. A certain plague made it less viable to do. I won't name any names, but that was almost a thing. Yeah, dude, sick drinking and climbing. This is dangerous.
I feel like beer and rock climbing is like a universal combination. Like, everyone can get behind that.
Ah, dang, I would do that. I know
right.
I know that about. I had to hear it said.
Right, and and you don't have to be like drunk climbing a wall, but like after like a pretty intense day of rock climbing, a cold beer feels real good. Or you can be really drunk on the wall, and that's probably fun too.
I would imagine somebody. There's been a circumstance where somebody gets halfway up and they're like, "Ugh, I can't go up, I can't go down. Damn it, I am fully trapped." Do we have any more questions about? We'll field any questions in this time, from drinks to bagels to cheese to anime, manga. You know, we've really got a dirge of expertise here. Venn diagram of
expertise.
I'm certain I used the word wrong. Let's play a fun little game here. Occasionally a word will well up out of me that I want to use, but I won't necessarily look it up, or I won't necessarily use it right. Dirge definition. Let's just see if I got it.
It's like not anywhere close to what.
So far off. So far off.
Extremely-
You miss 100% of the words that you would use right if you don't use any of them wrong. That's a fact. That's a certified, stamped fact. Yeah. I think on that note, we'll give it another second. Thanks so much to everybody who came out to watch this, and to anyone who watched the VOD and like got to the end and was like, I'll see where this goes. You're brave. You're brave and you're powerful. And I'm really impressed by you. T. Schmidt says, T. Schmidt has entered into a match of fisticuffs. Kevin Has Allergies says firm handshakes all around. Absolutely. Yeah, guys, check out our schedule. Check out the Discord. Give us a follow if you're interested in this kind of nonsense. We have so much of it that we'd love to share with you.
Another friend.
Yeah. Oh, somebody did follow. Thank you to I'm Returned and Aquinai and Leaked Gaming. Thank you to all of you. We'll see you at the next board meeting, which, if you've forgotten, is in a Denny's in Vermont in a closet. We do have to sneak in. We're not allowed. Not at the Denny's, not in Vermont. And the CDC can't be anywhere near us. So I'll see all you guys there, and have a wonderful rest of your night.